What's up, YouTube? It's your boy B Love back in the building again. And today, as you see by the title, I will be talking about my horror story when I was staying in an apartment and why I probably will never find or look for another apartment after what I tell you about this story. So, we all know, when you get your first place, everything is pretty much like you really don't care as long as you get out. As long as you get out of somebody else's house. When you get your own, it's like it could be messed up. It could be, I'm saying. I'm talking about your first place, but you don't really have that mentality. Like, okay, well, I don't care if it's messed up because it's mine. It's my first place. I don't give a dang if there's a crack on the floor. This is my first place, and I'm getting out this person's house. I'm gonna just rewind it just a little bit. So, me and my family, we stayed with my mom, and at the time, I believe it was like 3 of us, or maybe it was 2 of us. I don't know, but we had applied for these apartments, and when we went to go do a tour on these apartments, it seemed like it was a very nice apartment. It seemed like it was quiet. It seemed like they had they stuff together in that apartment. It seemed like everything was up to date and everything in that apartment, But how many know that looks could be deceiving? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, as me and my family moved out of my mom's house, we ended up moving into this apartment. And I wouldn't say probably like 2 days after we moved in, the first day was fine. It was quiet. Like I said, it wasn't really nobody in the hall. It was just peace and quiet. So the second day, about like the second and third day, we moved in the apartment. And it was people in the hallway, and they was gambling. I mean, people was fighting, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, things changed. And I'm like, I'm thinking like this is a nice apartment, you know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where it started getting like very bad every night. And when I say like, the longer I stayed in there, the more I started figuring out more stuff about this apartment, meaning that it was drug dealers in there. It was prostitutes in there. It was me and my family stayed in there, and mind you that my lady was pregnant. You know what I'm saying, with our other baby. But so it was people in the hall, and then they'd just come by my door and just kick my door. Boom. I'm talking about not no little kick. I'm talking about boom. Like they trying to break in. Like, remember that kick? Remember that kick they did? You ever seen the movie Spartans? Remember when my man's kicked my man like, this is Sparta! Boom! Knocked down the door. That's exactly how that kick was. But it became a nightmare, man. And then so they had this elevator that was inside the apartments. So it's like I didn't really want to take the steps to get downstairs, because when you first walk into the apartments building, it was like the lobby, and then it had like the mailboxes and stuff downstairs, and so everybody come down there, check their mail, whatever their mailbox, to see if they got mail, and go back to their apartment. But I will tell you this: the worst thing that you can ever do in those apartments was catch the elevator, because the elevators was so nasty. When I said the elevators was nasty, I mean it was filthy. I never seen any elevators like this in my life. They was very filthy. And when I said it was filthy, I mean that they had piss. People was pissing on the floor. I mean, you look down, you just see all like, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, it looked like it was so. And whoever pissed, I'm just saying this, whoever pissed that was,
help me.
I know for a fact they was sick, because this piss looked like egg yolk, like somebody was pissing the egg yolk out of they, you know what I'm saying? But so we have to, like, mind you, like we had to avoid the steps. You had to take the elevator, and it was so many steps to get down to the lobby because we was on the 3rd floor. So we had to take the elevator all the time to get downstairs. So my thing was, it was either go down 100-something steps or smell like piss and take the elevator. You know what I'm saying? So that apartment was so trifling. So me and my family, we didn't have transportation at the time, you know. So my mom had an extra van that was parked inside her on the side of her house, whatever. And so I was talking to my mom like, yeah, well, you know, what you gonna do with this car? What you gonna do with this van? Because I'm like, we don't have any transportation. You know, we're catching a bus practically everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? And she was nice enough to even, like, you know, let us use the van. We was using it like for a couple of weeks, whatever, and then she just told me that we could have it. So I was so excited. I'm like, man, I got my own place, got my car now, you know what I'm saying? So me and my family, we can travel, we can do whatever we want to do. Well, mind you, that once we got the van, people that was in those apartments was watching us the whole time, you know. They watching our every move. So when we got the van, you know what I'm saying, we was just gonna plan a family outing. We go outside, and what do you see? All our freaking tires are slashed. Like, it was like freaking nightmare. They slashed our tires. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, so they don't want you to have nothing around here either? I'm like, it's enough, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it got to the point where it was so messed up in those apartments where I had to sleep with a freaking couch. I had to sleep with a couch against the door every single day, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that nobody wanted to break in my house. Mind you, I didn't have nothing for self-defense. I didn't have anything to protect my family. I don't know, I probably had a bat. But man, look, I needed a weapon at the time, but at that specific time I wasn't even licensed, so I couldn't even really carry no firearm at the time. So man, with my family, like, we never bothered nobody, you know what I'm saying? We went to church, and then like we went grocery shopping, and mainly before we even got the car, you know what I'm saying, we was just really staying to ourselves because we had this basketball court that was down the street from the house. I used to be at that court every day, like just like dribbling up, just trying to, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it could have been a little beef. It could have been some guys, you know, was beefing with me because what happened on the court, you know, probably because I was doing jellies and stuff and hitting them with the 1-2 step and yeah, and fadeaway and stuff behind the 3-point line. That could have been one of the reasons why they probably slashed my tires like that. I believe that's probably what it was. You know what I'm saying? I probably broke a couple of ankles and stuff, and I just caught heat after that. But I just want to say this. So mind you, my lady, she was big and pregnant at the time. So we ended up getting the tires fixed on the van, you know what I'm saying? And probably like 2 or 3 days later, I believe they threw my wife a baby shower. And once again, people was watching us, you know what I'm saying? They was watching us put stuff in the car. They was watching us take stuff out the car. And they finally, like 2 days later, they finally took our van and they did a homicide case in our van. They took our van, they stole our van, they stole all our baby stuff from the baby shower. Did some crime, like some bad things in our van, set our van on fire. And when I tell you that my lady was so hurt and I was hurt, you know, she just broke down in tears because the police, you know what I'm saying, like at first I didn't know that the car was burnt, but the police had called us because we ended up calling the police, we put out a police report, whatever, and they told us that they found the car. So we were so happy, and they said it was at the police station, it was at the police pound, whatever. So I'm like, we all happy, like, yeah, they don't found the car, man, we about to get ready, we about to get back on the road again, we about to, you know, we're just so happy, you know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, we get to the police station, and they hand us the keys, You know what I'm saying? I mean, not the keys, but the what you call a little ticket thing to it's like a little ticket thing. Well, anyway, you know what I'm saying? So they was pointing out where the car was at. And so once we went to go see where the car was at, we looking like this, like, all right, we don't see the car. You know, so all we see is some burnt stuff and other cars. And the police like, look close. I'm looking like, I don't see what y'all talking about. And he pointed like, look that way. I look like, and he's like, ain't that your van? You know, that look like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was my van anyway, so it was burnt all up. On the inside, it was all melted up. You can tell, man. It was sad because the stuff that we had for the baby and stuff like that, most of the stuff was still in the car. Some stuff was stolen. They took all the good stuff and left like the clothes and whatever. And all the stuff was all melted and burnt up and set on fire. It was sad, man. And so we ended up going. We went ahead and told the manager, like, yeah, we was trying to tell the manager what was happening, what was going on with the with our van and the people that's inside these apartments that's totally freaking evil. You know what I'm saying? I guess when I'm hearing me talk and was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say this. Somebody pointed out the person that stole my car, right? The exact same guy that stole my car. I was getting on the elevator. He got on the elevator with me. But you know, you're thinking in your mind like, okay, this the dude right here that actually stole my car. Like, but you got to think like, okay, you got a family. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot to lose. And I know what y'all thinking. Why you just ain't call the police? Because if I would have, he knew it was me, but I didn't know who he was. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have called the police, and mind you that it was gangs and everything else in there, I would have brought more fire and more attention to my family. You know, so I did the best thing I could. I called my mom and told her and asked her, can we move back in with her? You know, and I just want to, and also I wanted to mention this, like when my lady was pregnant with our baby, so I'm walking the halls or whatever, and I hear one of the dudes in there like talking about my wife, talking about some, yeah, every time I look up, that bee is always pregnant and all that other, you know, such and such, she always pregnant, you know, and I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, I mean, man, what business do you have about my wife being pregnant? That's none of your business, you know what I'm saying? Kids is well taken care of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not over here shacking or anything like that. I handle mine, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So I was so glad to get out those apartments, y'all, and I told myself, you know, that I would never move into another apartment after that, because that was horrible. And it's more deeper than that, like, but I just don't really want this to be no long video, you know what I'm saying? It's already 14 minutes, I really wasn't expecting to be this long. But I'm just glad that, you know, me and my family is okay, because that apartment, man, I won't recommend that apartment to nobody. Like, if you, I would say, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, you got some nice apartments. You got some bad apartments. If you could, man, just really do your research before you even move in. Before you even move into your place, man, just do your research and know for a fact that this is really what you want. Like, just don't hop into anything because it's your first place and you just want to get away from that person. You know, because you never know what situation or how that house, you know, the house that you're trying to get will be like. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to just pay close attention and really do your research, you know. And I said to myself, I would never get another apartment. I would never buy another apartment because of that incident. And just the fact that how people just able to walk in your house. I'm talking about the maintenance. I don't like that. I got into it with the maintenance because Like one day, my lady was in the bathroom, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and he knocked on my door, and he was like, yeah, I need to come and fix the plumbing in the bathroom. And I was like, well, man, you gonna have to come back. I said, you gotta come back, my dude. I said, cause my lady in the bathroom. So he was like, I need to come and fix the plumbing now. I'm like, well, you gonna have to wait. Like I said, you ain't getting in here, nigga, you gonna have to wait. So when I was shutting the door, he stopped it with his hand like this. So then I'm like, man, I'm like, boy, if you don't, man, move your hand from my dang on door. So when I did that, he kicked my door like, boom. He's like, what's your problem? I'm like, man, what's your problem? I'm like, so we started like talking and stuff and exchanging words, whatever. Man, it was just crazy. I'm like, I just don't want no apartment no more after that incident, man. But just comment below if you like this video. Comment below if, yeah, just comment below, man. You know, just make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Give me a thumbs up on this video. I know y'all been seeing my videos, my little prank videos and stuff like that. And I just want to thank y'all for my subscribers that I do have. You know, my goal is to hit like 4K, you know what I'm saying, before this year is out. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm at like 1,000 and something like that. Like 190, 1,090 or something like that. So I'm getting close to 2,000 right now, so which is a blessing. So just make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this video, and remember, be breezy.